Did you know that some of your everyday habits might be quietly robbing you of your balance without you even realizing it? As we get older, it's common to blame the occasional stumble or feeling unsteady on just normal aging. But here's what most people don't realize. Doctors have found that 99% of balance problems in older adults are not an unavoidable part of getting older. They're often the result of small, preventable mistakes that creep into our routines over time. And if ignored, these tiny oversights can lead to dangerous falls, painful injuries, or something even more serious. If you're between the ages of 55 and 80 and have ever caught yourself wobbling for no clear reason, this message is for you. We're going to talk about 5 common daily mistakes that silently chip away at your balance. These aren't complex medical conditions or rare disorders. They're simple habits choices you might be making without even noticing that over time can reduce your mobility, shake your confidence, and even put your independence at risk. The good news? Once you understand what these mistakes are, you can begin changing them today to regain your balance, protect your freedom, and live with more peace of mind. This isn't about blame, it's about awareness, empowerment, and taking control of your future. Stick with me until the end, because the last mistake might just surprise you, and correcting it could be the key to keeping your balance strong for years to come. Mistake number 1. Ignoring changes in your inner ear and vision point. One of the biggest silent threats to your balance is something many older adults don't notice until it's too late. Subtle changes in your inner ear and eyesight. These two sensory systems, your ears and your eyes, play a major role in how your body stays upright and balanced. When either starts to decline, your balance suffers. And when both begin to weaken together, the risk of falling increases dramatically. The problem is these changes tend to happen so slowly that you might not notice anything until a sudden stumble or fall gets your attention. Your inner ear contains the vestibular system, a small but critical part filled with fluid that helps your brain detect motion and orientation. As we age, this system becomes less responsive. You might start feeling slightly off-kilter when turning your head or experience momentary dizziness when you stand up too fast. These moments may seem harmless, but they're often early signs that your body isn't adjusting like it used to. Now, add vision changes to the mix. Even if you've worn glasses for decades, your depth perception and peripheral vision can decline with age. You may find it harder to judge steps, notice shadows, or detect slight differences in flooring. The result? You're more likely to trip, especially in dim lighting or when moving between surfaces. Take Fred, a 79-year-old Navy veteran. He was always steady on his feet until one morning he stumbled stepping out of the shower. No dizziness, no warning, but a visit to his doctor revealed fluid buildup in his inner ear combined with a recent change in his glasses. Together, they created the perfect storm. With some medication and therapy, Fred regained his balance, but not before learning how closely connected the eyes and ears truly are. The takeaway? Don't ignore changes in balance, vision, or hearing. If you feel dizzy more often, struggle with focus, or notice you're bumping into things more, talk to your doctor. Regular eye exams, updated glasses, and vestibular therapy can all help. Small interventions can make a big difference. Remember, balance is not just about strength, it's also about how well your brain reads the signals from your eyes and ears. Mistake number 2. Wearing the wrong footwear at home. That a surprisingly common cause of falls, and one that hides in plain sight, is the footwear you choose to wear inside your own home. Many older adults unknowingly put themselves at risk by walking around in socks, loose slippers, or even barefoot. Sure, it might feel comfortable or convenient, but it can be incredibly dangerous, especially on smooth floors like tile or hardwood. As we age, the skin on the bottom of our feet becomes thinner. Our arches may collapse, our toes may stiffen, and our sense of ground contact weakens. If your shoes don't support your foot or provide enough grip, your risk of slipping increases dramatically. Unfortunately, many slippers on the market today focus more on coziness than on safety. They might feel plush, but often lack key features like heel support, arch structure, and non-slip soles. Some are so loose they slip off while walking. And socks, unless they have specialized grips, they offer almost no traction, making them one of the worst choices for walking around at home. Doris, a 78-year-old grandmother, learned this lesson the hard way. She loved her soft house slippers until she slipped in the kitchen one morning and fractured her wrist. Her doctor pointed out the obvious. Her slippers were a fall waiting to happen. Doris switched to supportive rubber-soled shoes with firm grip, and she hasn't had a fall since so what should you wear instead? Look for shoes or slippers with enclosed backs, sturdy arch support, and non-slip textured soles. Avoid flip-flops or floppy footwear entirely. And inspect your footwear every few months. Worn-out soles can become smooth and dangerous. Comfort doesn't have to mean compromise. There are plenty of senior-friendly options that offer both safety and softness. Sometimes, the smallest step, like changing your shoes, can prevent the biggest accidents. Mistake number 3. Not adjusting medications that cause dizziness. Here's a sneaky one. Many older adults continue taking medications that quietly affect their balance without realizing that their prescriptions may need a second look. Dizziness, blurred vision, or lightheadedness may seem like mild side effects, but they can spell danger when you're walking across a room or standing up from a chair. As we age, our bodies handle medication differently. A pill that worked well in your 50s may hit harder or last longer in your 70s. Your kidneys and liver process drugs more slowly. Your body fat increases, and your metabolism shifts. These changes mean that certain drugs may linger in your system and intensify their effects, including those that impact your coordination and reflexes. Blood pressure medications are a prime example. Some can cause sudden drops in blood pressure when you stand up, called orthostatic hypotension, leading to dizziness or faintness that can come on without warning. Sleep aids, anxiety meds, and even over-the-counter antihistamines can also disrupt your balance by interfering with your equilibrium. Let's look at Harold, a 76-year-old retired postal worker. He kept feeling lightheaded every morning, but brushed it off. After a small fall in the bathroom, he mentioned it to his doctor, who adjusted his blood pressure meds. The dizziness stopped, and so did the risk of falling. The key here is open communication. Don't assume side effects are just part of aging. Tell your doctor if you feel unsteady, foggy, or dizzy, especially after starting or changing a medication. Small adjustments in dosage, timing, or switching to an alternative can make a huge difference. And never stop taking meds on your own. Work with your doctor to strike the right balance between your health needs and your physical stability. Mistake number 4. Living with poor lighting in key areas. One of the most dangerously overlooked risks in any home, especially for older adults, is poor lighting. It's easy to get used to your environment. You know your house like the back of your hand, so it might feel harmless to navigate your bedroom, bathroom, or hallway without flipping on a light. But that familiarity can actually be a hidden hazard as your vision and reflexes change with age. The truth is, even a slight reduction in lighting can seriously impact your depth perception. Your eyes don't adjust to brightness changes as quickly as they used to, especially when moving from light to dark rooms. That delay in adjustment can cause you to misjudge a step or completely miss a change in flooring. Shadows become harder to read. Furniture legs blend into the floor, and small obstacles like a rug edge or a pair of shoes can become invisible until it's too late. Here's a powerful example. Nancy, a 72-year-old widow, always kept a small lamp on her nightstand. One night, she got up to use the bathroom but didn't turn it on. She tripped over a slipper, fell hard, and broke her wrist. 6 weeks in a cast taught her an important lesson. What you can't see can hurt you. Fortunately, this is an easy fix. Start by upgrading to brighter, daylight spectrum LED bulbs in high-traffic areas of your home. These bulbs mimic natural sunlight and make it easier for your eyes to distinguish depth and contrast. Install night lights in hallways, staircases, and bathrooms, places you're likely to walk through in the early morning or late at night. Motion sensor lights are a great option too, so you never have to fumble for a switch in the dark. Don't forget the outside of your home. Entryways, porches, and steps should be well lit to avoid missteps when coming or going after dusk. Place lamps in strategic areas near your favorite chair, at the end of the hallway, or by kitchen counters. And if light switches are hard to reach, consider remote controls or voice-activated smart lighting systems. Better lighting isn't just about visibility, it's about protection. A well-lit home is a safer home. It empowers you to move freely, confidently, and without second-guessing your steps. And sometimes, that added peace of mind is the real difference between a normal day and a trip to the ER. Mistake number 5. Skipping balance-specific exercises. Many older adults stay active with walking, gardening, or light stretching, but here's a mistake that can quietly undercut all that effort. Not doing exercises specifically designed to improve balance. Walking is good. Moving is good. But if you're not actively challenging your balance system, you're missing one of the most crucial pieces to staying upright and independent. Think of balance as a skill, not just a physical trait. Like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes. It needs regular practice. Balance is controlled by an interaction between your brain, muscles, eyes, and inner ear. And as you age, each of those systems starts to weaken. But they don't have to fail. With simple, consistent exercises, you can train your body to respond quickly and recover gracefully even after a stumble. Take Carl, a 74-year-old retired teacher. He went for a walk every day and assumed that was enough to keep him fit. But after slipping on the stairs twice in 1 week, his daughter convinced him to visit a physical therapist. The therapist showed him a few simple balance drills, like standing on one foot and heel-to-toe walking. Within a month, Carl noticed a difference. He could step off curbs without hesitation, and he didn't need to grip the railing every time he climbed the porch. That's the power of targeted training. It doesn't have to be intense. It just has to be consistent. Even a few minutes a day of focused balance, work like single leg stands, gentle Tai Chi, or walking in a straight line can wake up your stabilizing muscles and improve coordination. And the best part? These exercises fit easily into your routine. You can balance on one foot while brushing your teeth, or do a few heel raises while waiting for the kettle to boil. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. Balance exercises keep you steady in the moments that matter most, when the floor is slippery, the lights are low, or you're reaching for something quickly. So don't skip this step. Strength alone isn't enough. Flexibility isn't enough. You need to train your balance system directly to stay strong, safe, and independent. Mistake number 6. Avoiding assistive devices out of pride. Now let's talk about one of the most emotionally challenging but important mistakes. Refusing to use assistive devices like canes, walkers, or handrails because of pride or embarrassment. Many older adults associate these tools with weakness or the loss of independence. But ironically, avoiding them often leads to the exact outcome people fear the most: injury, hospitalization, or long-term mobility loss. Let's face it, no one looks forward to using a cane. But when your balance becomes unpredictable, choosing to avoid help isn't a sign of strength, it's a risk. A single misstep on the stairs or a fall in the bathroom can have life-changing consequences. Here's a story worth hearing. Margaret, an 81-year-old widow, resisted using a cane even after several minor falls. She felt embarrassed and didn't want to look old. Then one day she tripped over a rug and fractured her pelvis. After her recovery, she finally agreed to try a folding cane with a stylish pattern. Today, she moves more confidently and says she wishes she had used one sooner. It wasn't her ability that changed, it was her mindset. Think about it this way. You wear glasses to help you see. You use a hearing aid to improve your hearing. So why not use a mobility aid to improve your balance? These devices don't take away your freedom, they protect it. They keep you active, mobile, and safe from falls that could sideline you for months. And the options today are much more user-friendly than they used to be. There are sleek canes with ergonomic handles, walkers with built-in seats and storage, and even foldable models that tuck away easily when not in use. Using one isn't giving up, it's leveling up your personal safety. Even better, many seniors find that once they start using a device, their fear of falling fades. They become more active, not less. With less anxiety about falling, they go outside more, socialize more, and regain the confidence that fear had taken away. Strength isn't about pretending you don't need help, it's about knowing when to accept it and keep moving forward. Final thoughts. Small changes, big difference. Now that we've walked through these 6 common mistakes, take a moment to reflect. Which one surprised you the most? Was it the realization that your bedroom lighting could pose a danger? Or maybe the reminder that the wrong pair of slippers can throw you off balance. Whatever stood out to you, remember this. These aren't signs of failure, they're opportunities for growth. Each one represents a chance to take back control of your safety, mobility, and peace of mind. Balance isn't something that disappears overnight. It gradually erodes through habits we don't think twice about. But that means we can fight back with awareness and smart choices. Whether it's updating your glasses, changing your shoes, speaking to your doctor about dizziness, or finally embracing that sturdy cane, you are choosing to protect your future. You are choosing confidence over chance, safety over pride, independence over fear. So ask yourself, what's one small change you can make today? Because every thoughtful step you take now could be the very thing that helps you stay on your feet for years to come.